The Turkey Valley Trojans fell for the first time in 2025 last week as Edco came to town and knocked off Turkey Valley 46 to 22. Head coach Mark Scott joining us. And coach, after seeing the game and looking at the film, what were your takeaways from last Friday night?
Well, we played okay. It's just that, we couldn't contain their quarterback, and he got loose a couple of times, and he got outside the pocket and made some pass plays downfield that their kids made. And then on offense, we drove the ball. I think we punted once, and they didn't punt at all. So we got into our own territory several times and didn't finish drives. Had fumbled it away once. Made it had an interception on like the 1 yard line. Just a couple little things that could have made it a tighter game that didn't.
What makes that Steger kid for Edco so tough to handle at the quarterback position?
Speed. He's he's not real tall, so he does a really good job when he changes directions, ducking under people, and then he's pretty quick. So there's a couple of times like on the PATs, he just juked guys and stepped around them. He wouldn't have been down if we were playing touch. So,
And when you look at the things about the offensive side of the football, how do you go about making sure those drives are finished drives as compared to the stop sign getting put up about the 10 or the 15-yard line?
well, if I had that answer, you wouldn't be answering the question, I guess. just, just circumstances sometimes dictate, but make sure we got the right play call in the right situation, and make the right decisions on the field.
And this week, you have a long bus ride out to Algona Bishop Garrigan. Again, this game wasn't originally on your schedule. Remind folks how this game came to be.
Well, originally we were supposed to play Dunkerton by schedule. They're in our district, and they folded. And the same day that they decided not to have a varsity this season. Rockford, who was in Algona Garrigan's district, decided the very same day, and it was too late. It was like a week before actual season started. The actual game started week 1. It was actually during week 0, and so we didn't have a lot of options. Either not play a game or go play a Bishop Algona Garrigan. And you only get to play so many high school games when you're in high school, and you kind of hate to take one away from the kids just because you don't want to drive.
And you've been in this situation before, and you've had off weeks. I'd imagine playing is a lot better than not having a game this week, based on what you just told me. Is that fair to say?
Well, it's better. I mean, kids come out to play football to play football. I mean, so and when the state has cut you back to 8 games, it used to be everybody had 9 game schedules. Now it's back to 8 games. And if so if you get another game, you're talking 7 games. It's a lot of work kids put in for just to play, limited number of games.
And it's a long bus ride, obviously, on a Friday night. How do you go about managing that trip to make sure your guys are as fresh as possible once they get off the bus in Algona?
Well, we actually have a private jet rented that we're going to take. No, I'm kidding.
From Jackson Junction International on Friday afternoon.
24, yeah, right off highway. We're we're gonna take it. We're gonna take leave a little early, and we'll stop and get out and stretch and get a little snack on the way, and then finish the bus ride, and then take potty break, so to say. That's how we normally take those big ones in stride.
And Bishop Garrigan, the team you're facing, defending state champions, looking at them on film, what impresses you the most about them?
I don't want to correct you on air, but they're not the defending state champs. Rem-
I said correction. Remsen St. Mary's was. My bad. So
they could have been, but they weren't. They made a
okay.
mistake at the wrong time. But yeah, I mean they're big. I mean they're well coached. Obviously, they have way more depth than most 8-man teams does. I think they got 40 plus kids on their roster, and they've got probably 15, 16 kids that anyone would probably start for anybody else. So, I mean, they got depth, they got size, their speed's okay. I mean, they got decent speed in the positions they need it. But, a lot of times when they line up, it's 11-man concept. They'll put an extra guy on a line, so it's basically the same blocking schemes they would use in 11-man. So you just got to adjust and try to overcome the size.
And for the record, Coach, you can correct me on the air anytime. You're one of a few guys I'll let do that. So,
Okay.
So anyway, Coach, well, it's going to be a long bus ride, a great challenge coming up, but a great opportunity for your kids. And you're getting a game in when you had a team cancel on you, and that hasn't happened in the past. So that's good news. Story number one. Keep your kids healthy. We wish you best of luck this Friday night.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Mark Scott, head coach of the Turkey Valley Trojans. It's Turkey Valley and Bishop Garrigan this Friday night.